Hello, in this video we are going to speak about skip-fail verbs that can be used in PCRE regular expressions. Let's have a look. Suppose we have a task to match any integer numbers that are not located inside parentheses. In this case, we can use the following regular expression in PCRE regex flavor. So you can see that we first match any string in between parentheses and then skip it and match one or more digits in any other context. So what do these PCRE verbs mean? Skip means that the engine advances to the string position corresponding to the place in the pattern where skip was encountered and starts a new match attempt at that position. F or fail signals failure to the regex engine, triggering backtracking if applicable, or fails the whole match if no backtracking is possible, for example when the pattern has no plus or asterisk quantifiers nor alternations, meaning there is no way to rematch a string in another way. What if you want to exclude more contexts? You can just add a non-capturing group and add more alternations here. Look. This pattern will match any one or more digits that are not in between the closest double quotation marks, single quotation marks, parentheses, and square brackets. Note that this fail verb is actually equal to a negative look ahead with an empty pattern, because it also fails the match at this current location and triggers backtracking. Note that these verbs are available in PCRE regex library and can be used in Perl, in R, in PHP, in Elixir, in Python if you use PyPi regex library, and C# if you use the PCRE.NET library. Let's have a look at the Python code demo. I already installed the PyPi regex library and can import it using import regex. Let's define the text variable. And now let's find all these integer numbers that are not inside parentheses. Here's the result. Now let's try our more advanced pattern. So we skip any strings between single quotes with no single quotes in between, any string between double quotes with no double quotes in between, any string between parentheses with no parentheses in between, and any string between square brackets with no other square brackets in between. And we get just the two numbers, 10 and 7000. Since many other regex flavors do not support skip and fail, we can resort to various workarounds. A lot depends on what we want to do with the matches. Extract, remove, replace, or split. Your code will depend on this. Let's have a look at the JavaScript demo. Here, we want to replace integers that are not inside parentheses. So we first capture the parentheses, or we match digits in any other context, and we return the captured substring if it was captured, or we return a match with angle brackets. If we want to remove integer numbers that are not in between parentheses, we just use this code in JavaScript. We replace the match with back reference to group1 value, and the group1 value is the substring in between parentheses. All other integer numbers will be removed. Have a look. Extracting is a bit more intricate. For example, we can capture all integer numbers that are not inside parentheses, and we only get group1 values and filter out all other undefined values that result from the match all operation. So we only get 10 and 7000 as expected. Splitting is the most complicated operation in these scenarios. For example, we can use this code. Here we define a regular expression that captures strings between parentheses into group 1 or matches one or more digits in any other contexts. Then we start matching. Once there is a match where group 1 didn't participate in the match, we push a substring of the input string into the resulting array, beginning with the offset that we update every time there is a match where group 1 didn't participate in the match. At the end, if the offset is still smaller than the length of the text, we need to add the remaining part of the string into the resulting array. And the result is the expected 3 chunks. You can see the explanation of the pattern on the right. You can learn more about skip-fail tricks if you follow the links in the further links section. And if you like my video, please click like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done it yet. Thank you for watching and happy regexing!